Hey everybody, it's Blessed Mama of 2 Year, and I have a pocket letter tutorial for you guys today. I have been asked by so many people to share how I make the pocket letters that I make. And I may do it differently than you may do it, or somebody else that you know does it, but this is how I do it and how I feel is easiest for me. And I appreciate you guys coming on and watching. I do want to show you that I have everything that I want to use in this particular pocket letter in this bin here. Now I may use everything in here, and I may not, but I have it here right next to me and ready to go. The only thing that is not in that bin would be sequins, washi tape, buttons, or anything like that that I can go and grab, you know, when it's that time. I will also be sharing with you guys some goodie options that you guys can use to put in the back of a pocket letter, but everything is completely up to you. It's your choice. It's your creation. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to cut our paper to size. I have several different sheets of paper here that I would like to use in this pocket letter. I'm going to try to use this sheet here. I've never done this before where it's these little squares, but I want to try to do something different. How I cut my paper is I flip the paper over like this, and I take my template that I created. This is one of the first templates I ever made, and you can, as you can see, there's a marker, there's all kinds of stuff all over it. And I used a note card to make this. So I just used one of these kind of like heavier duty note cards, and I cut it out of there. That way it is more heavy duty and does hold up a lot longer. And what you need to do to make a template is measure 2.5 by 3.5 and just cut it out. You can use a Fiskars cutter like this, or any brand really, or you can even use scissors. If you're really good and you have a steady hand, you can use scissors as well. So what you will do is you will take your template and line it up on the sides. I need to really make a new one, but maybe I can show that in a different video on how I actually make one. And that is all you do. You draw a line at the top, you draw a line at the side. Then you will go right next to it, line it up again on all sides, make sure it is even, draw a line at the top, draw a line at the side. Then you go over to your cutter, line it up, make sure it is all even, not crooked, and cut it. This leftover sheet you can use for other things. You can cut it in half, cut these little pieces out, do whatever you would like with it. Next, you turn it to the side, line it up where it needs to be cut, and you cut it. Now you have your pocket letter, perfect size, cut for you. And you bring this over and you do that again, and you're left with a little piece here, which again, you can cut these things, use it as a you can even cut the bottom like a flag and use it as an embellishment. So now you have two pieces of paper from one 6x6 sheet. That is usually what I can get out of a 6x6 sheet. I can get two pieces of paper for a pocket letter. Now, when you are creating a pocket letter, I always recommend cutting more than enough paper because you might change your mind. And that is what I'm going to show you today. This is a pocket letter sleeve or a baseball card sleeve. It is clear. And as you can see, when you slide the piece of paper inside, it fits perfectly. We will go back and we will rearrange paper and stuff like that at a later time. Right now, we need to cut the rest of our paper, and I will show you guys again how I use my template. And this is my first tutorial, so bear with me, and it may be a little long. I'm going to try to fast forward after I show you guys one more time on how to cut. so you don't have to sit through that the whole time. There we are. We have our 4 marks. We come over to our cutting board and we cut. Now, sometimes when your paper is thin enough, you can cut more than one sheet at a time, just doing the same method. And a lot of the time I will do that to save on time. There we are. We have 2 other sheets ready to go. So I'm going to keep on cutting, and hopefully I can speed through this for you guys and you won't have to really sit through this. Alright, now I want to show you guys that when you're using a 12 by 12 sheet, how you're going to do this. Now, I do not like that on this paper that there's a border down here. So I'm going to have to cut that off first before I can even cut any of the paper out for pocket letter. So you just want to get it as close to the edge as you can. You just cut that border off. And then you're going to do the same thing on the back, but you can get more than 2. Usually you can get about 4 on a 12 by 12 sheet. So you just go through, make your marks. And sometimes on these I just do the side mark only, because you're going to be cutting across the same length at the top. And that again saves you a little time. All you want to do is just make sure you are even and you are lined up and you're not cutting sideways or anything like that. So your sheet will look something like this once you get it cut down across like that. Then you're just going to go back through and cut down the sides. And you just keep doing that all the way down. And you're left with this little piece here. And I use these on my pocket letters. I use them on the sides. Sometimes I just take a punch and cut out circles or other shapes, and there you go. Next, I'm going to show you how you can use a fussy cut sheet. So again, on this particular brand of paper, Echo Park, you have to cut off the bottom trim first. So just get as close as you can to the edge. There you go. Now this is off center, so you want to start long ways first. Sometimes it is even, but you're just looking to get as close as you can to the edge without chopping off too much. And then you're just going to cut these all out individually. Or if you're just looking for one off the top row or the bottom row or the middle row, then you can just cut out the ones from that row and then wait and cut the other ones at a later time. So for me, I think I just want the Welcome Fall and potentially that one. And then I'm going to come down here to the bottom row, and I'm going to also cut out the bear and the owl. You don't really have to have a set theme for a pocket letter necessarily. It can be, every pocket can be different, so you can make 9 different pockets if you want. This particular pocket letter is going to be themed. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. This is a fall themed pocket letter. So right now, I'm just trimming a little bit more off the side of this one here. And if you need to go clean it up, you can always do that. Super simple. There we go. So that is cutting the paper portion part of this. Now, I also have this sheet here, which are little embellishments. I'm just going to cut off the ones here at the bottom, just to show you guys that you guys can use these little sheets and make embellishments as well. Again, just get as close as you can to the edge without cutting into the image. And you just cut them apart, and there you have it. You can also, this one got a little close to the blue. All you do is have to trim that just a little bit, and you will be fine. I'm going to use this particular one in this pocket letter, hopefully. Sometimes things don't always pan out, and you don't end up using everything that you set out for your pocket letter. So let's set your trimmer to the side now. And you're going to bring your pocket sleeve over. There are 9 pockets per pocket letter. Now we're going to test out which papers we want to use for our pocket letter today. I for sure want to use this one, and I'm just going to place it in one of the pockets. It may stay there or it may not. You can move these around and do any type of design that you want. If you want to make this pocket letter full of all one piece of scrapbooking paper, you can do that as well. But I like to mix it up. So I'm just placing the pieces of paper where I think they will look good. And again, you can change it at any point in time. If you feel like something looks too cluttered or you do not like it there, change it. Here I am just placing these over the bottom row because I don't know if I want the brown there or not. Maybe I want that there instead. I'm just trying out different things and seeing what I like better. This takes a little time, but once you get it how you like it, then you can start decorating. That's the best part. So I'm still contemplating the bottom one. I'm not sure if I like the green better or the brown. Maybe I'll just leave it at one of each. I think this is how I want it. And all of these pieces that you have extra can be used for a second or maybe even a third pocket letter. So save those. Save all your scraps because you can use them, and I will show you how. So next we're going to start decorating. Different ways that you can decorate. I like to use one of these bigger cards, and I only do this sometimes. I don't do it all the time, and I may not do it today either. But I'm placing it in various spots to see if I like it. Now this will cover the pockets. It will cover 2 of those to where you can't put goodies inside of the back. And what you do about that is you can either tape the goodies to the back of the pocket, or you can just include them in the envelope when you're sending to your friends. I like that there. And nothing is set in stone yet. We're just placing. We do not have to permanently glue anything down right away. Next, I'm just looking through my bin over here to see what else I have. I want to include some flowers, so I'm just pulling a few out at a time. I know I want to use some of these embellishments, so I'm just going to open this, put them all next to me, and then I'm going to decide which ones I want to use and which ones I don't. Hopefully you guys can see all this okay. I'm trying to get it all in frame. So I'm just going through all the different embellishments that I have. And any of the ones I don't want to use, I'm just going to place to the side to put back in the package. I like to bring out other colors that are in the pocket letter that I'm not using. Like pulling out these little blue colors that are not like very, very prominent. And don't be afraid to layer. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to experiment at all. Have fun with it. Make it what you want. A lot of this is just experimenting, honestly. And just deciding if you like something here, you like something there, if it doesn't fit at all like you thought it would. So I think that is all of the die cuts I'm using from that set. So I'm going to move these to the side. Make sure your space is clear so you don't get confused or overwhelmed. And you don't have to use, like I said, you don't have to use everything that you set out. That's for sure. You just use what you feel looks best. So right now I have these wooden pieces. You can choose to paint wooden pieces or you can keep them just like they are. I'm just simply placing them where I think they might look good. And I don't have to use them. I can go back and take them off if I think they don't look right. Completely an option every time. That's why you don't glue things down right away unless you commit to it. And sometimes you may commit to something and then later on you realize you don't actually truly love it. And depending on what kind of glue or adhesive you use, you can take it off and try again. So right now I'm using some chipboard pieces and I'm just going to layer things. Let me know down below, do you make pocket letters? Are you new to them? Have you never seen a pocket letter before? Is this the first time you've ever seen one even be made? I'm very interested to know. And you don't have to use every last thing that you have. Sometimes less is more. Now I want to show you that you may have things in your craft stash that you think is going to look good, but then when you put it next to the project you're building or creating, it may not fit, and that's fine. You can use it on a different craft. You can also use things that are out of the ordinary, like these are wall stickers, but you can use these on pocket letters as well. And these look like fall to me. I thought, well, maybe I can try to incorporate those in the pocket letter, but today I don't think it's going to fit. So I want to include, this is for someone, I want to include their name somewhere on the pocket letter. I think I have everything where I want it so far, so I'm going to go ahead and start gluing some things down. Now you can use hot glue, you can use glue dots, you can use tape runners, whatever adhesive you feel works best, use it. On these particular like chipboard pieces, I like to use hot glue. I feel like they work better when I use hot glue on them. But for pieces like this paper here, I would like to use a tape runner. I think it works better. But you can use hot glue on that as well. Now I'm going to take a little hot glue and use it on this leaf. And I'll be right back. I have to grab a loose stick. I didn't put them over here with me. For these flowers, I am going to use hot glue on those as well, just in the center. Now this flower cluster was a complete accident. I just moved them all up here and I really loved how it looked. Sometimes with hot glue on these pocket letter sheets, you can remove it and replace it if you do not like where you put things. Now I'm just using the tape runner along the bottom here for the memories. Now I'm just adding the adhesive straight to the pocket letter sleeve itself for this one. Oh, got hot glue on it, and that's just the good one. I'm sorry, I'm not speaking very much. When I get into decorating and stuff, I just kind of get quiet and focus on what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going to decide how I want to put her name on this. I wanted to put her name, but I might just have to go through my other sticker options here and just find some fall words and use that instead. Yeah, and you can just go through and layer with stickers and embellishments. Hopefully you guys are able to see this okay. I think there's mainly squirrels on here, so I'm going to just go ahead and use some of these little acorns. There's some raccoons and other things, but just go through and embellish with these little acorns. And I'm sorry guys if my tutorial's a little boring. I'm very, very new at this, and I just wanted to show you guys how I create these, and hopefully you guys are inspired and create one. I would love to see it. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, feel free, and you can tag me on there with what you create. I would love to see it. So now I'm just switching back and forth through these sticker packs I have, and hopefully I'm finding everything that I'm looking for. And you don't have to have a swap partner to make these. You can just make them and hang on to them. You can keep them in a binder. You can send them out to a friend. Now, do you guys love fall? And what's your favorite part of fall? I really love to know. I know I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm just trying to learn more about you guys and alright, so I think that is going to be it for the stickers. I think I'm going to go ahead and use one of these little acorns. Let's see. Now I'm just going through and embellishing where I feel like it needs a little something extra. I want to put her name somewhere. Maybe over this, since it says happy birthday. And you don't have to put the person's name on the pocket letter. It's completely up to you what you do, how you do it. There we go. There's her name. It is not perfect at all whatsoever, but it is there. And now we're going to go ahead and do some washi tape. So what I do with my washi tape, I have them in these little drawers. I just pull one down and I'm just going to decide what washi tape I want to use. And then I can go through and change it if I want. So I think I'm going to use this squirrel one here. On the side of the pocket letter, because I think it matches really well. So you just want to line it up as best you can over here on the side, and you run it all the way up the side like this. Then you can take your trimmer, your cutting tool, and what I do is I always flip it upside down, and then I go to the back here. And where you see this line here, that's where I cut. And this side down here, there's a little bit of an overhang, so I'm just going to come down here and cut it. And that is what it looks like along the side. Now I'm going to take some more washi tape, and I'm just going to go through and put some wherever I feel need some on the pocket letter. And the good thing about washi tape is it's easy to remove off the pocket letters. You just go through, place it where you want, cut it, and there you go. These are little acorns. And since squirrels love acorns, it's pretty fitting to go ahead and add some of those in here. These are little mushrooms. Go ahead and cut those. And that brings in the mushrooms from down here at the bottom up to here. It all coordinates. And then this leaf washi I'm going to bring in because I want to bring over the leaf from down here, and then there's leaves all over here, and I want to incorporate some more leaves. But again, I can change it if I want to. If I feel it doesn't look quite like I want, I can definitely change it. And the cutting tool I'm using today is called a slice. And I found it on Amazon, and I really, really love it. I love it better than any of the other cutters that I've had. or X-Acto knives, whatever you call them. I think I'm going to bring in some of this plaid here. And I don't think I'm going to add any sequins. I don't think this needs any more bling than it already has from these flowers here. But by all means, if you want to add bling to yours, go ahead and do that. I mean, sequins, oftentimes I just like to use, like I did the these little enamel dots. And I think that this washi's definitely helped the project come along and be more of what I wanted it to be. I'm going to go ahead and go through my other fall washi's here and decide if I see anything else I would like to use. And I think I want to use this little leaf one here. Along the top of this one. And I believe that may be it. I might go across the top of this one with this red dot. And I can always remove it later if I decide that I don't really like this anymore. So I'm going to take it off. And that's what I love a lot about washi tape too. It's so easy to remove and use. You can use it pretty much on any surface. I think that is going to be it for the decorating portion of the pocket letter. Now I'm going to take my hole punch here and punch out the little holes here that's on the baseball card sleeve. So that way the person receiving this can clip it into a binder. And then if I decide that I want to make a keychain or something, a dangle to come down, then I can totally do that. Sorry, I'm not even showing you guys what I'm doing. I'm just turned it over and I'm punching out the washi tape. Next is going to be the goodies. So now I'm not going to show you every last goodie I'm going to put in here because this video will be a mile long. This video might already be too long, and I don't know, but I have these little sticker sheets here. Now I don't think it's a little too wide to fit in, so so I'm gonna have to cut it, which is fine. So I'm just gonna add this in, and then this on top of it. So that is going to go back here behind scrapbook paper. And as you can see, it looks really pretty back there. You can add things like buttons and sequin packs. I'm gonna fold up one of these tic-tac-toe pieces here. Maybe a little long. Just gonna double fold it. I'm not gonna crease it all. That could be a goodie option. And then you definitely always add a note. That is one of the reasons why it's called pocket letter. And if you want, since on this one you can't add anything in those two pockets, I will show you how you can tape some goodies on the outside, like this one even. So what you will do is just take some washi tape. I'm just going to pick a random one because I have so many. I'll use this deer antler one. It's washi tape, it won't rip it. You just put that across there, you know, and there it is, just hanging on. You see, they can remove it easy, and the tape comes off just fine. So it's not going to damage it. That is an option. Or, as I said, you could tape the note. Which is what I will probably do. Just make sure that whatever you do back here doesn't overlap, and you can see it on the front. Spent entirely too much time on this just to show you guys. And next I wanted to show you how you can use a card to wrap washi around to put in the back for a goodie. So let's just go ahead, and I'm just going to use this deer antler one. So these are actually little inspiration cards. So when they get done with their washi, they have a card that's inspirational, and they can keep that. So you just take your washi and you want to wrap it around the card around 10 times. It's called a washi sample. That way they can have some washi too. I like to include some of the washi that I use in the pocket letter. So that way, if they don't have that in their collection, they have some they can use on their future pocket letter. Now you don't have to wrap it around 10 times. But that just gives them more than enough to use on a project. And then you just go and cut it. And there you go. And I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something from me today. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. I will gladly answer them to the best of my ability. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And hit that bell for notifications when I upload a new video. I'll talk to you soon.